Hey there, I'm on the third floor of a hotel suite. 250 feet away from me, right there, is the 210 freeway. And there's no sound barrier here, and so the sound is just coming in this room, and it's obnoxious. It's 24 hours a day and loud. Um, but it reminds me of when California screwed its citizens when I was a kid. When I was a kid, they were building this freeway. I was a very, very small, very young kid at that time. It took them decades, or decades to complete the freeway. But at that time, when I was very, very young, I do remember the neighborhoods, which were 2 blocks wide, and then from PCH all the way to San Bernardino. But in my area, it's just 2 blocks wide. I remember all the families that used to live there, and the state of California's government came in and basically gave everybody pennies on the dollar for their properties and forced them to leave. There were some that just wouldn't leave and probably ultimately lost their land just by force. But that said, I remember the dirt being piled up high until it reached the top, and then it was just flat. There was no road or anything on it. It was just flat dirt. And so whenever they left the gates open, we would take our bicycles up there, push them up the hill, which was, we had to do it like at an angle. And it was very difficult to do as a kid. But we'd get our bikes up there and we'd race up and down the freeway because it was just all dirt, like I said, and flat. And you just have these clouds of smoke that would trail the bikes. It looked really cool. It brings this to mind because I feel like California is doing that again to the people of California by redistricting in order to try to basically create an entire 100% socialist government by taking away the votes of people in areas that currently have Republican and libertarian and other opinions and viewpoints. They screwed everybody that lived in those neighborhoods and stole their land back in the 70s, and now they're basically trying to do the same thing through politics here in 2025. That's really disturbing. California is a supermajority already, and they want to make it a 100% majority, and to me that's communism.